You ever feel like every time you go to set another goal and you think you reached that goal, it's just not it? Or you just having trouble just setting goals, period? Hey, if that's you, stay tuned in because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Peace and blessings, y'all. What is going on? It is your host, the one and only yours truly, KiMu JTD, and you are now rocking with KiMu. Hey, we're going to get into setting goals, figuring out what's KiMu's method to setting goals, because I feel like I've accomplished a lot, not to my own horn, but it's only because I actually figured out what is the appropriate way to set goals and feel accomplished at the end of it. If that's something that you want to hear more about, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and the bell so that way you can get notified every time your boy drop a new video. Alright, go ahead, hit that subscribe button because I know you want to. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into these hacks, these techniques, into actually setting goals that we can achieve and move on with. Tip number one, when setting goals, let's start with the long-term goal. And really, I'm going to tell you to start with the vision. Go watch the vision video so that way you can figure out how to get your vision started, so that way we can start setting goals that are corresponding with your vision. Because when we're setting our long-term goals, we want to be specific about it. We want to make sure that this is something that is actually not even feasible. Because like, this is just a little side note, I can't stand when people say, hey, is this feasible? Yes, everything that you want to do, everything that you want to accomplish is feasible, okay? I need you to know that. If somebody says, oh, you can't do that, yo, if somebody tells you that you can't do something, just walk away from them and tell them, watch me. If it's something that you truly desire, go for it. It's feasible. Remember, if you saw my other video, I am possible. Let's start with the long-term goal. Let's just even look at 3 years. Because technically, once you get into that 3-year realm, it starts to become long-term, definitely 5 years. But 3 years, understand it might be difficult. But hey, what is it that I want in 3 years? Where is it that I want to see myself in 3 years? Maybe in 3 years, I want to be able to have a car. Maybe in 3 years, I want to be making 6 figures. Maybe in 3 years, you want to take 3 trips out of the country. I don't know what your goals are, but this is where we start. We want to start with those long-term goals. So that way, we could go to step number 2, and we can start getting into those short-term goals. Those short-term goals are going to help us get to that long term. Let's use the example, I want to take 3 trips out of the country. All right, cool. What do we need to do in order for you to be able to take those 3 trips out of the country? One, we definitely know that it's going to require some money. Do I have that money right now? How can we get that money? Maybe one of our short-term goals might be establishing a vacation fund so that way we can start putting money into that bank account for us to take these 3 trips. Or even just take one. Let's say you got 3 years. Maybe you take 2 trips in 1 year. You use the first year to save up. Cool. Take the 1 trip. That's however many dollars. But you started to figure out, because what we get so caught up in is, oh, I can't afford to do that. Whenever we say that, we're literally looking at our current circumstance and saying, right now, I'm not able to do that. What we can gear ourselves to actually say, how can I do that? How can I make sure I take these 3 trips within the next 3 years? One, we just start re-engineering it. Create an account for vacation. Figure out how long does it take right now to get there. Taking these baby steps is how we're going to get there. Remember, if you've been watching my videos, you know my thing. 1% a day. It only takes 1 step every single day, every single time for you to get to where you want to go. But we first got to take that step. We don't walk without crawling. Long term, and then let's get down to the short term. I want y'all to understand that setting a whole bunch of goals is not the way to do it. If anything, a maximum of the goals that you're setting should be 5. 3 to 5 goals is really the ideal area that you want to be setting, because when you start getting into more, it starts to become overwhelming for most, and it becomes it's not feasible. If I'm setting 10 goals, especially in short term, no, I'm going to get overwhelmed. Like, especially when the clock is starting to tick down, especially when I'm in one of those dark moments and I'll look at my goals and I'm like, dang, I don't even want to do this anymore. That's why the long-term goals, are actually going to be the thing that keep you moving. They're going to be the things that keep you motivated, because these little baby steps, sometimes you're going to trip and you're going to fall flat on your face, and then you're going to look up and you're going to be like, all right, cool. I still have something to look forward to. I still have something that I can go chase after. Even though I didn't hit this short-term goal right today, when I said I was going to hit it, I still have something to chase after. I still have something to move towards, not chase. Anything that you're chasing does not want to be caught. We want to move towards it. Whatever you want to accomplish is stationary. It's not going anywhere. It just needs you to keep moving towards it. Just keep moving towards it, all right? Do not set any more than 5 goals, long-term and short-term. One thing that really benefited me when I was setting my long-term goals especially is I was tapping into 5 aspects of my life. I was tapping into my health, my faith, my finances, my freedom, my family. You know, I got those 5 pillars from somebody that I really admire. His name is Jamal King. And I'm sure if it kept it easy for me, I'm sure it could keep it easy for you, because that way you're not tripping, falling, and being like, yo, I can't accomplish this. Step number 4, go for the gusto. When you're setting these goals, use your imagination. Whoever you allow to take your imagination away, get away from them. Anybody who is trying to tell you that what you think can happen, you can't do that, that's not possible, everything is possible. We able to fly around the world. There was a point in time where we couldn't even do that. So anything that you say you want can be done, because all it takes is a thought. It only takes a thought for it to get done. So all you need to do is think it. Go for the gusto. Go all in. There is no plan B. Your plan B is your plan A. Your plan B to your short-term goal is your long-term goal. That's it. When you don't complete that short-term goal, you keep on going. I'm probably getting ahead of myself right now, but I'm mad passionate in this. Go for the gusto. Do not limit yourself to what you can see with your 2 eyes. Limit yourself to what you can think. If you can think it, it is. Dream big so you can accomplish these goals. This goes with our long-term goal. This goes with our vision. Go for the gusto. When you get hit, get back up and keep going. There are going to be goals that you do not accomplish. And I do not want you to be like most people. When it comes to making goals, keep going. Whenever you see people running track, when they cross the finish line, do they stop? I've never seen anybody stop. I always see them going. They may have slowed down, but they run through the finish line. Do not stop running until you have crossed the finish line. That's a winner. When it happens, it doesn't matter. We can't get attached to when it happens. Really, we can't even control when it happens. But if we continue to run in the direction of that goal, we will eventually hit it. Embrace losing. You're going to lose plenty more times than you're going to win. So why not embrace it? Why not accept the fact that I'm going to lose? In order for me to win, I gotta lose, because I need to learn something along the way. I want to take these 3 trips. There's going to be a lesson that I'm going to learn and get into where I need to get to. It might be how to save up and accumulate the money so I can take this trip. It might be in regards to actually booking this trip. It could be a multitude of things. You might have to learn the people that you're trying to take this trip with, because they might not be congruent with the way that you're moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop when you hit the goal. Keep running. Set another one. That's what develops champions. Winners, they just set the goal and they stop. Champions, they set the goal, hit the goal, and create another goal that looks even bigger and better. When you reach that goal, when you get that trophy, something else is going to open up. When you're a champion, when you're winning, getting a trophy is just enough. Those are my tips. That was my technique in setting goals, especially that one, and not being attached to the deadline. I know this world gears us up to be so attached with time, but hey, guess what? The almighty power, it ain't attached to deadlines. It's attached to your preparation. If you are prepared, if you are ready, you will receive. As long as you present yourself as deserving and worthy, you will receive. But if you don't deserve it, if you're not worthy, you're not going to receive it. And if you do receive it, I guarantee you're not ready to maintain and sustain whatever your blessing was. We want to be doing things on purpose. We don't want things to just fall in our lap, because when it falls in our lap, soon as we get up, it's going to fall right down. We want to be able to receive it in our hands, hold it, stand up, and keep on moving with it. You have just rocked out with your boy, yours, the one and only, yours truly, KiMu JTD. And make sure you go ahead and you subscribe, because I'm pretty sure you like this content. Hit that like button so I can continue to know what content that you want me to put out. Hit that bell button and get notified every time I drop content just like this one. And go ahead in the comments, tell me what you like, what you didn't like, or something that you want to hear more of. I might have touched on something that you actually wanted to hear more about, and I want to know what those things are. I'm here to serve you, not to serve myself. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing and talking to you next week. Peace.